Keep that smile upon your face, don't worry. Everything will be fine. Jah God bless us with this land of honey. And from the beginning of time, He gave the birds and the trees, the land and the seas. Provide the sun and rain for make a life for the seeds. So Rasta begging you please, stop selling our seeds. We have to love the earth so all our children can see.
Hello guys, just thought I'd do a quick review on the Marmot Tungsten 2-person tent, and I thought I'd do a bit of a comparison with my Kuyu Stormstar 2-person tent. Just a mate of mine's just bought this last week, and a couple of mates of mine have asked what the thoughts are on it. So yeah, I set it up and I thought, well, you know, what better way to do a bit of a review and compare it to something else that's out there on the market. Now straight away, quite similar tents and style. So some of the major differences here: the Kuyu's got external poles, the Marmot doesn't, but very similar in size. Inside, the Kuyu obviously being twice the price, just the little things that are finished on the Kuyu are much better. Very similar weight. I mean, I think the minimum weight for this is 2.2, maximum weight's about 2.4, where this here is about 2.5, with all its bits and pieces. One thing that I probably say I didn't like about the Marmot tent is it only came with 6 pegs to peg out the 4 corners and the 2 vestibules, but these here are for the guy lines, but no guy lines attached to it. It did come with rope for it, but you've got to do it all yourself, and there's no pegs for them. So that was a bit of a piss off. A little bit disappointing. You'd think, you know, I think you're paying about $550 for one of these at the moment, and just little things you'd sort of, I suppose, expect to have. Now going to the inside straight away, this is something that sort of also grinded me, was so inside here you can see you've got a taper in here for your I'm guessing like your head end up in here. You'd have your head up in here, put this end into the wind, you'd be protected, but, and the other end it obviously tapers off to nothing. But if you head into the wind like that, the way it's set up with it's like colour coded down the bottom here, it's got little red tabs that match up sort of there and there. Your doors are into the wind, which I think is a bit silly, and so is your only vent that's also facing into the wind, so makes it a bit of a wind catcher, I suppose. But I mean, I'm just picking holes in it really. It's all in all bloody, it pegs out really well. It's probably the best tent I've ever seen pegged out. It just seems to be very well in here. So it's got little tie points in all 4 corners up there, I guess to put like a washing line or something up. And it's got these little pockets, get in there, in here, and they're like a, you probably can't really see, but they're like a white material that I think they're designed to put your torch in it. It's meant to create like an ambient light that isn't too full on while you're in your tent. And it's only got the 2 little storage pockets up there, but that's all good. Yeah, so it's got a cross pole, I don't know if you can see here, but it doesn't attach to anything up on the top, so it's basically just sitting there. So that sort of annoyed me a wee bit too. I would have thought that would have been designed a bit better. But apart from that, it's got all the buckles and clips and tensioners on there. The pegs seem pretty good. No pegs for there either, which is a bit of a shame. So it really, if you want to use it seriously, probably needs another 6 pegs. Don't know what they're worth, but yeah. And you've got to set up your guy lines yourself. Just today, it's a reasonably windy day. I've just been sitting there watching them, bit of wind coming through. First thing I noticed straight away from the Kuyu to the to the Marmot. The Kuyu doesn't even move. If there was no audio, you wouldn't know it was a windy day. Marmot, bit of movement, I'd imagine, and some serious wind. You probably wouldn't be ideal, but it's all things you've got to think about when you're going out in the bush. So yeah, so I mean, that's just a quick rundown. All in all, like I say, very similar tents. I did wonder though, like I was saying about the fly being round the wrong way, whether it would be able to be spun round, so you could have your head end and your doors all suiting the same way. I haven't really tried it yet. I might give it a go soon, see if it does still clip up the same way and work. But for the price tag, not too bad. Yeah, nice wee tent. Do the job. I mean, Marmot's good gear, so I'd imagine it's going to live up to the name. We've got a tar trip in about 3 or 4 weeks, so it's going to be going on that, and we'll find out then, I suppose. Put it to the true test. Oh yeah, I suppose. The difference, so we've got the, show you this real quick, the thing here, it's got like a little stay that just velcros there, and then you can velcro that down if you want it closed. The only problem with that is, and the difference is, there's no zip to close it, so it's never really fully sealed. And if you do have the wind punching in this way, you possibly, you know, even if it is shut and the wind's hitting that, it still could drive up underneath it. So, you know, where you go to the Kuyu, so it's got down here, so it says there, I don't know if you can see that, head, wind, wood, side. So then it's got its vents. I showed you in my last video, it's actually same sort of setup, but it's got a zip. It zips up, so if you are in really windy bad weather, you can close that up, and it's got a separate thing on the inside. You can see, and there's so 2 separate things, and the door zips go both ways, so that's also quite cool. So quite a taut tent, like tight and solid tent, that one. Where this one here, there's quite a bit of movement in that. But I mean, like I say again, I think for the price tag, I think you're really going to get what you pay for. I mean, I rate Marmot's gear. I run their sleeping bag, and I've used a few other bits and pieces of theirs over the years, and all been really good stuff, lasted for a long time. So I don't know, we'll just might do a little bit of a touch on that on the tar trip and just see how it goes, I suppose. Yeah. Awesome guys. Anyway, so those are the 2 tents. I mean, I've done a bit of a video on that and a couple of other tents that I've got the other day. But if you've got any more questions about the Kuyu Stormstar or the Marmot Tungsten, just leave a comment or get in touch with me on Facebook or Instagram, and yeah, I can bloody answer those questions for you. So yeah, alright, have a good weekend guys.